For MediaTek Social, this is Raj Katecha at the Google booth at Web Summit. I'm here with Dan Powers. How are you?
Good.
You've come all the way from Mountain View, California. How are you finding Web Summit 2014? 22,000 people, kind of crazy?
Yeah, it's been fun. Dublin's a great city to hold it in, and we've been meeting with a lot of startups and companies here, talking with them about Google Cloud Platform and the excitement at this conference. We were here a bit last year, and much bigger plans as you've seen this year, and we're having a great time.
So let's talk about the big announcement that came out yesterday from ERS for startups. Now, tell us a little bit about this. You're offering $10,000 worth of cloud credit, but tell us what your cloud actually does and how it benefits startups.
Sure. So Google Cloud Platform basically is taking the same infrastructure that Google uses to run its businesses and making it available to customers all around the world. Especially attractive to startups that want to start small and grow fast. We have infrastructure as a service offerings, platform as a service offerings, database services in the cloud, Translate, as well as very good big data solutions for these customers. So they can start very small with us and grow to be some of the largest businesses in the world, which, as you know, for startups, that's always what they're thinking about trying to be.
So that means that if, of course, startups are looking to benefit from the same infrastructure that you use for, Gmail, Google Maps, and all these, YouTube, all these big ads, what happens then? Would you not then end up creating like this massive data center? I mean, you'd attract all these startups. What would be the environmental impact of that?
Well, as you may imagine, for the amount of users Google has around the world, we already have massive data centers. And I think Urs talked a little bit about that in his talk yesterday, and there's some really good YouTube videos if you're ever interested about how Google does warehouse-style data centers around the world. But at the same time, Google is very environmentally conscious about our data centers, right? We are 100% carbon neutral around the world. We have green reports about the data centers that we work with customers all around the world. Oh, hey.
It happens, don't worry, it really happens.
Another startup in the booth, that's what we want. It's been a focus of ours to be using environmentally conscious technologies, look for alternative sources of energy like wind and power for cooling of the data centers, and one of the few cloud providers in the world that truly does 100% carbon neutral all around the world.
So essentially, net is going to have a lot less of an environmental impact if you join yours, because if every startup is running their own servers, there's going to be wastage and inefficiencies. It's better just to use yours pro rata is what the pitch is.
Yeah, I think longer term, I don't know why economically, speed of deployment, and certainly environmental, why as a startup you wouldn't start with the cloud first and grow in the cloud. It just makes so much sense for your business, because as your business grows, your usage of the infrastructure grows, and that cost stays commensurate with how your business is doing.
And looking at Google, of course, you're going to attract all these startups. It's going to give you a great insight into the startup world as people join you. What I've noticed about talking to KPMG and Microsoft and all these other big companies is that there's also like an incubation layer as well. I don't want to use the term thought leadership, but certainly additional resources to help the companies grow. Is that going to be part of the Google offering as well?
Oh, sure, it already is today. We have sales and system engineer professionals all around the world that focus on cloud platform today. We have a team that focuses on the VCs that are funding the companies to help them be aware of what we have from an offering perspective. And we also have been talking with all the incubators all around the world. Google's done this for quite some time, not just around cloud platform, but for all of our other businesses that these startups also leverage and use, like our ads business and YouTube and search and maps and geo. The list goes on of all the things the startups do with Google. It isn't just about cloud platform, but their apps are in the Play Store, and their businesses have been using Google for quite some time and will continue to in the future.
So it seems like a very natural extension. Well, thanks so much for taking the time to talk to us today, Dan. If you need to check out all the links to the cloud platform that Google is offering, check them out in the show notes. And of course, you can check out all the videos from Web Summit 2014 by hitting subscribe on youtube.com/MediaTek Social. Dan, thanks so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you. I really enjoyed it.
And stay tuned.